Totalit- to- Totalitarianism, and author,
Authoritarianism.
Cool beans. So here's the definition, sort of textbook definition. You can pause the video and read it if you want to, but I'm going to tell you anyways. So, yeah.
Firstly, before we start, what is the main difference between totalitarianism and authoritarianism? It normally lies in the degree of scope. Authoritarianism normally allows for some private life, whereas totalitarian regimes aim for complete and total control over all facets of society. Honey, I'm home. Who's your honey? I belong to the state. So where did this word totalitarianism originate from? Well, it all started in the aftermath of World War I. It was the rise of Benito Mussolini, note, no moustache, then following Nazi Germany with Adolf Hitler, little moustache, and then Joseph Stalin, note, very big moustache.
Luckily, I don't have a moustache.
And the people saw, well, these dictators wanted to control every aspect of their citizens' life. They wanted to have total control over everything. So they coined the term totalitarianism, which is where the word comes from. Something very interesting to note is that Benito Mussolini is the father of fascism. The Nazi regime was also fascist, but Stalin and the Soviet Union were socialist. They got to the same dystopian outcome, although they are on opposite sides of the political spectrum. Now, some characteristics of totalitarianism is they want to control the individual, and normally they start with freedom of speech. Why do they start with freedom of speech? Because in essence, what I say is what I think. So if you control what I say, you control what I think. George Orwell discusses this in his book 1984, where the state wants complete control over the individual. 2 plus 2 is not 4, it is 5. And it's not 5 because the state says it is 5. It is 5 because you believe with your whole heart and your whole soul that 2 plus 2 is 5. In a totalitarian state, there is no place for religion. The state takes the place of religion. So as in Christianity or in Islam, where there's a prophet or a Christ figure promising a utopia, the state promises the utopia. Stalin promised a classless society with prosperity, and Hitler promised racial superiority and a 1,000-year Reich. I would like to quote Karl Popper. He said, "In our attempt to create heaven on earth, we invariably create hell." Totalitarianism is still a looming threat even in the 21st century. It happened in the past and it is happening in the present, thanks to the Kim dynasty of North Korea. We should always be skeptical about those who want power, who want to wield it, because absolute power corrupts. This is a fundamental axiom. I would like to end this off with a warning. Beware the stifling of liberty's flame in barter for the privilege of conformity.